Hi, kids. Okay, let's take a look at the box office over the weekend. See how things shook out. Start from 10 to 1. So, number 10 this week was Across the Spider Verse, made $1.4 million. That brings its domestic total so far to $378 million. Last week it was number 8, so dropped to number 10. Probably won't be on there anymore soon. I think it's going on video on demand and that type of thing. So that's not surprising. It is the fifth highest grossing film of this year so far, and worldwide it has made $682 million. I think of a budget of $200 million. Not a bad investment there. Number 9 is Insidious: The Red Door, Insidious franchise film. Have there been? This made $3.2 million this weekend at the box office. It has made $78 million domestically, $174 million worldwide. Can't remember. I think it was only like a $14 million budget or something like that. So, uh, Blumhouse is doing their thing, investing, making these affordable horror movies, get their money back from it. Last week it was number 6 at the box office. Again, drops to 9. Depending on what's coming out this week, talk about that later. Maybe it won't be in the top 10 next week. And on the year, it is the 17th highest grossing film of this year. Number 8 is Elemental. Talked about last week how this just keeps chugging along. Last week 7, this week it's 8, slowly dropping, but not a lot. Still made $3.4 million at the box office for $145 million domestically and $395 million in total. It is the 12th highest grossing film of this year. Bit of a trend here we're seeing. And number 7 this week is the Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, $3.9 million box office, 167 in total domestically, and 356 total worldwide. They just pulled it out of the theater here where I am, so it's likely going to start dropping down. Won't make much more than the 356, but when your budget was about $300 million, that's not very good. Previously, it was number 5 on this list, and it is the 13th highest grossing film of this year, which in alone isn't bad. But if you have to spend $300 million to get there, it's worth it. Number 6, a debut. I talked about what was coming out in the box office. So, Talk to Me, a horror film from Australia, made $10.4 million at the box office in its first weekend. It only had a budget of $4.5 million, so it's already turned a profit. That's good. Obviously, it's not anywhere high on the list of the box office for the year because it's only been out for like 3 or 4 days. But look at that little horror movie making some money. Number 5 is the new Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Long title. $10.6 million it made this weekend for $139 million domestically, but it has $448 million worldwide. So internationally, the Mission Impossible film is doing much better than it is domestically. Last week it was number 4, so drops to number 5, and for the year it is the 8th highest grossing film of the year. The highest grossing, I'm saying, this is a worldwide numbers, not just domestic. Number 4 this week is Sound of Freedom, made $12.8 million more, $149 million in total now for it domestically. It's not playing worldwide, so that is its total. Last week it was number 3. On the year, it is number 19. Number 3, another debut. Talk about what was opening up in the box office this weekend. I mentioned 2 films, the other one being Haunted Mansion. $24 million it made it this weekend. 9 million of that, or 29 million internationally, bringing it to a $33 million worldwide total. I think it had a $150 million budget though. So we'll see. I saw someone pointed out that it's pretty much tracking the same numbers compared to budget and what it's making as the previous Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy. Okay, time for the top two. Number two, again, like last week, is Oppenheimer. Made $46.7 million for $174 million domestically, $405 million so far worldwide. Not bad for a film that only had $1 million budget. And on the year so far, it is the 11th highest grossing film worldwide for 2023. Number one's, again, your girl, Barbie, made $93 million this weekend. It's almost double Oppenheimer, the next closest. $350 million, $51 million domestically so far, $780 million worldwide. Barbie has made. We're looking at $1 billion Barbie. It is for the year number 3 highest grossing worldwide of the year. So if you look at the top 10 at the box office right now, 8 of them are within the 20 highest grossing films of the year. The other 2 just came out. So if you're a film fan, it's a pretty good weekend to go see a film. Or maybe you already did, apparently, judging by those numbers. You've already seen them. So we'll see what happens next week. They keep chugging along, or something comes, and I don't think there's anything that will come along and jump up. Oh, maybe Ninja Turtles might jump up in here somewhere. We'll talk about that later in the week. Thank you for watching this. Like, subscribe. Bye.